310, and the Boy Scouts Jambo Troop West, along with all the rest of our invited guests, are going to come up on stage and we'll have the presentation of the colors.
Company, right face. Company, present arms. Lieutenant, shut.
Would you all please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2.
Color guard. Parade rest.
Good morning. It's not the way we usually start street fairs, but we did this time. For the last 30 years, the Chamber of Commerce has hosted a street fair, a festival, on the first Sunday after Labor Day. This year, that day fell on 9/11, and we thought it would be a good opportunity for us to still get out, meet our neighbors, enjoy food, walk around this great village, and see everything that our village has to offer. But on this day, 15 years ago, we should think about what happened. People were going to work, going about their daily lives, when foreign-trained villains turned the apparatus of our commerce and our transportation against us as weapons of mass destruction. They launched the deadliest such attack on American territory that's been launched since Pearl Harbor. But on that day, and in the days and weeks and years that followed, something else happened. Patriots stepped forward. People who valued their community, their country, and their fellow humans more than their own lives stepped forward and took action without hesitation. From first responders, to police officers, to commuters riding in an airline, to office workers, to construction workers, to charity aid organizations, to our nation's military, patriots stepped up and demonstrated a spirit of self-sacrifice and patriotism like nothing we have ever seen before. Closer to home, 4 individuals from Nyack, 4 members of our community, lost their lives, and every year on this day we try and think about those people who we've lost in our community. John Albert of Upper Nyack was a vice president of information technology for Marcia McLennan. He was a board member of Nyack Valley Cottage Little League. Wells Remy Crowther was an equity trader at Sandler O'Neill and Partners, worked on the 104th floor of 2 World Trade Center. He was also a volunteer member of the Empire Hook and Ladder Company. First-hand accounts describe Crowther as the man in the red bandana, somebody who kept going in and out of that tower rescuing people. We wear his bandana today in commemoration of his sense of self-sacrifice and patriotism. Stacy Sinis McGowan of Nyack was a managing director for Sandler O'Neill and Partners. In 1978, she was a member of Nyack's first girls lacrosse team, and she was a captain. In May 2016, the 12th annual Stacy Sinis McGowan Memorial Lacrosse Games were held in Nyack. And finally, Harry Wanamaker of Upper Nyack, volunteer member of the Empire Hook and Ladder Company, one of the firefighters who trained Wells Remy Crowther. He spent 16 days at Ground Zero engaged in rescue work and died at 67 after suffering from illnesses common among Trade Center first responders. Let's take just a moment of silence to remember all the patriots who have fallen. Thank you. But today is dedicated to all patriots, those who've fallen and those who stand with us and work among us and live with us. These people demonstrate their commitment to their fellow man and to their communities through their actions and their lives and their sense of self-sacrifice. I'd like to introduce a few of them to you today. First, we want to talk to Elaine Duddy. She runs the Wells Crowther Charitable Trust, and she organizes this Red Bandana Day. She's the reason we're going to have red bandanas all over the streets of Nyack today. If you haven't gotten one, come to the chamber tent, we'll give you one. We're going to have the Boy Scouts passing them out to all the vendors so that we all remember what it means to be a true patriot. Elaine?